Show me what you do now. We don't have to go wild. Welcome to my journey. We gotta go out this way. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Hear a knock on the door and the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come on in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you've been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to us. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go wild. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go wild. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed. Keep our clothes on the floor, open up champagne. Let's continue tonight, come on, celebrate. That's how we do, sometimes you gotta stay in. And you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my step off the crib, the spot, the bag. But my house is your house if you throwing it back. Excuse me, it's my home, draining the sand. Soon as these happy faces say you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. Because I still got some, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of vodka, you know what's in my glass. This is my house, just relax. Welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go around. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go around. Welcome to my journey. We gotta go out this way. Welcome to my house. To my house. Open up the champagne, pop. It's my house, come on, turn it up. Here we go in the night begins. Cause we've done this before, so you come in. Make yourself at my home, tell me where you've been. Pour yourself something cold, baby, cheers to us. Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go around. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go around. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Morning comes and you know that you wanna stay. Close the blinds, let's pretend that the time has changed. Keep our Clothes on the floor, open up champagne. Let's continue tonight, come on, celebrate. That's how we do, sometimes you gotta stay. And you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay. Welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can even slow down. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my house. Play that music too now. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Until I step off the crib, the spot, the bag. But my house is your house if you throwing it back. Excuse me, reading the sand. These happy places that you can run with the cash. Home run, slam dunk, touchdown pass. We got fast no hustle, so it ain't no holding back. Another shot of nothing, you know what's in my glass. It's my house, that's street land. Welcome to my baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go. Change the net. Welcome to my house. Play that music loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go out. Welcome to my
Hey everyone.
Hey. Oh, there's Kelsi. Hey. I'm making notes last minute, everything you sent me. I'm bad waiting until the last minute. It's been crazy over here today. Just got crazier too.
Nah, don't forget that I sent you that stuff last minute as well. So high five to the last minuters. No shame here. No shame here.
Yeah. Are you ready for me to start, Melissa? Or do you want to give everyone another minute?
You should be good. I'm recording already, so you're good.
Oh.
Thank you, Kelsi, for getting on.
Okay. Yeah, look at this turnout. This is awesome. This is absolutely incredible. So I just have a couple announcements real quick before we turn things over to Kelsi. If you are going to Summit, there's a contest that Melissa posted in Pound Punishers. I know I posted in my team page also that if you hit Success Club by the 15th, 9 more days, you will be entered in a drawing to get your hair and makeup done for our team pictures on Thursday night. Those are right, Melissa? Thursday night. And if you are not going to Summit and you hit Success Club, you will get be in a drawing for a $50 gift card. So there's that. And I guess I'll just share my vision board now real quick so I don't forget at the end. So I'm just going to share my screen real quick. Melissa and I were talking, and we would love for everyone to make vision boards for your homework. You know, we're trying to give you guys a little small homework to do each week. So this is mine. I made just some goals, financial goals, growing the team goals, Success Club goals, you know, building relationships, being intentional. That could be with a lot of things, what I post and those relationships, etc. So you can see, you know, getting better at sharing my story, helping new coaches connect with their why. So think about your vision for your business, your team, and all of that. I just used PicMonkey to make this. So.
And don't get freaked out if you're like, I don't know how to make mine look that pretty. It doesn't have to be beautiful. Like, just think of what your goals are and write them down, whether they're even on just like a little piece of paper or a Post-it note or whatever, and just post it in the group page so that we can see what your vision boards look like. But try to make it pretty. It's always fun to do that.
Yeah, it was like a nice break for me just to like relax and kind of color, like adult coloring and just like not work for 10 minutes and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll make yours, Nicole. And don't be afraid to like go big when you're envisioning like where you want your business to be. Go big or go home. Like worst case scenario, you just don't hit that goal. Then you put it on your vision board for next year, but shoot for the stars because the sky is the limit when it comes to this business. And so, yeah, that's the homework and announcements we have. You saw who hit Success Club. Melissa had the banner up for last month, I believe that was. And so I'm just going to introduce Kelsi then and turn things over to her to talk about kind of going from moving your business from emerald to diamond, becoming more stable with your business. And I met Kelsi in our mastermind call. So we do a call every other week with corporate and a small group of, I don't even know, in the central region. I don't even know what everyone's rank is. They're not 2-star, 1 and 2-star. And so a little bit about Kelsi. She's a mama to a 4-year-old. She's newly married. She lives in Wisconsin. She is the founder of Team Glitz and Gains. She's the Success Club 10 All-Star, which is awesome. I mean, that's absolutely incredible. That means if you're new here and you're not sure, she has hit Success Club 10 in the last 12 months or probably more. But at least a minimum of 12 months, she has hit Success Club 10. That's helping at least 5 people. Absolutely awesome. She is a 2-star diamond coach, 2015 premier coach, and she also is 2-star in her husband's business center. So she is just on fire. And I will let her, maybe tell a little bit of her story, why she decided to become a coach, her journey so far, and then she's going to talk to you about our topic tonight. So it's all you, Kels.
Well, thank you for the introduction. I'm so excited to be here tonight with your guys' team, and my team is here as well. I just wanted to say I'm like very distractible. So if anybody's not muted, please mute yourself. I will get off on tangents and rambles if there's people who aren't muted. But if you want to talk or ask a question, please unmute yourself. But anyways, so thank you again for having me tonight. I'm so excited to talk to you guys tonight about Emerald and beyond and building your business and everything like that. Something I'm super, super passionate about as a diehard business builder and somebody who's really passionate about this business. So I'll tell you just a little bit about myself and my journey as a coach, just a quick little overview, and then I'll just dive right in. I have a couple pages of notes that I will be referencing and looking at. So I've been a coach for almost 2 years. I'm getting really excited and anxious about coming up on my 2-year anniversary. When I started coaching, I was a full-time student studying to be a teacher. So I have been pursuing my degree in education for it took me 7 years, basically. So I was working, and I moved around a lot, and, I had a baby and all this stuff was going on. So it took me a little bit longer, but I did it. And I was getting in my last year of schooling, and I decided to do the 21-day fix. And from there, my coach inspired me to become a coach, just basically to get Shakeology as a discount. And because I think I have a inkling, I'm not really sure, she noticed that I was like a big social media user from the beginning, so she wanted me to sign up as a coach. She disappeared shortly after, so if anybody does not have an upline on this call, you are not alone. I never had anyone telling me what to do. I pretty much figured out this whole shiz on my own. It was pretty crazy. I just kind of didn't really know what was going on. Never really heard of an MLM. Didn't know what Beachbody was. Never heard of it before, which is kind of uncommon now. Most people kind of know what Beachbody is, but I'd never heard of it before trying the 21-day fix. So, I signed up to be a coach. I was also working 2 other jobs on 2 separate sides of town, so I was all over the place. I was taking 18 credits at school, student teaching, working 2 jobs. I was pretty much never home. My big thing was I never got to see my daughter. I missed out on the first 3 years of her life. It was always with other family members, with her dad, who's my husband, and, it was just never with me. Everything, I had to live her life through pictures and videos and stuff that people sent me while I was here and there and everywhere. And I noticed the business potential in this business kind of right away because I was pretty aggressive about signing people up, getting people in my challenge groups, signing on coaches, all that kind of stuff. So I was like, hey, I'm almost done with school. I could either be a teacher or I could be a coach. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to try coaching. So I was almost done with school, and I decided that I was going to quit my other jobs that I'd been working for 8+ years, which was really hard and scary to do because when you worked with a company for that long, you don't really want to quit. But I quit them because they were sucking up time and sucking my soul and my energy, and I decided to become a coach. And that's really where my business sort of took a turn and started to soar, and I could pour my heart and soul into it. So it's been exactly a year since I decided to be a full-time coach, and the rest is kind of history. I love my team. They're all here tonight. It's the best thing that ever happened to me, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially, everything like that. So I'm very passionate about sharing this with other people and mentoring other people to go big in this business. So I think that I'll just dive right in because there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk about tonight. So we're talking about Emerald and pushing past Emerald. So first thing I wanted to ask was raise of hands, and there's 2 pages here, so it's going to take me a second to scroll through you guys. And I will, like I said, I'm a teacher, so I'm going to be asking for some participation, so don't be thrown off. I am looking at all of you. That's why I don't have a presentation. I'm going to be looking at you and asking you guys to sort of raise your hand or comment or type things in the chat along the way. So raise of hands, how many of you guys on this call tonight are Emerald? Can you just raise your hand if you're Emerald or above? Emerald or above. So, great. All right, it looks like a lot of you guys are Emerald or above. So, specifically the people who are Emerald, not above, how many of you guys have been Emerald for more than 3 months? Raise your hand. Okay. Couple of people have been Emerald for more than 3 months. Okay, great. So this is exciting. So this will be good stuff for you guys tonight. So the basic, I just want to sort of overview why we're talking about this tonight. So basically, Emerald is a goal that you have in this business, as is hitting Success Club and other things. So you're going to set this goal to become Emerald. So maybe you're not Emerald or maybe you are, but you set a goal and then you achieve the goal. And it's like, yay, I achieved my goal. I'm so happy. And this is typically when the momentum starts to slow down because you're like, basking in this excitement that you just hit this new milestone. But really, this should be the starting point, the beginning. The beginning of your business starts at Emerald. The beginning of your business starts again at Diamond. And it's really focusing and pushing past these things that are going to make this business meaningful for you, exciting for you, all that sort of stuff. So when you hit a goal in this business, the one thing that I want you guys to focus on and think about is I just hit my goal. It's time to upgrade my skills. What do I need to do? Who do I need to become to be the next level of my goal? Whatever it is. I'm not going to try and tell you guys what your next level or next goal should be, but you need to upgrade your skills as soon as you hit the goal. So you need to be thinking about that. So my next question for you guys, I'm going to dive into a little piece about consistency. So if you're taking notes, this section is about consistency. So how many of you guys have read the book, The Compound Effect? Raise your hand if you've read The Compound Effect. Okay. So an okay amount of people, but this does not surprise me. However, I need to put in a little plug. Obviously, I have no connection to The Compound Effect, but I have been a coach for almost 2 years, and I just read The Compound Effect. Although I heard people over and over and over and over again in Beachbody community saying you need to read The Compound Effect, I did not read it until almost 2 years into my business. Huge mistake. I don't care when you signed up, you have to read The Compound Effect. It doesn't matter where you're at in your business. Even if you're not a Beachbody coach, you should read The Compound Effect. It's absolutely life-changing. So if you've read The Compound Effect, yes, it's such an easy read. You can breeze through it in honestly like 2 days or a weekend. And I'm not even a reader. And I was cruising through that thing because I was like, yes, highlighting everything. So read that book. But if you have read it, you know that nothing in this business is going to give you any fruit for your labor if you are not consistent. Being consistent is the number one most important thing. And before you roll your eyes at me, I know that's what everybody says, but I want to talk a little bit more about what it means to be consistent. And first and foremost, I want to talk about, have you mastered the good? And consistency is the good. So there's the good in your business and there's the great in your business. And mastering the good means, do you have no excuses? Do you have what it takes to thrive in this business and push yourself forward? And I'm just going to throw it out there. I don't think you're on this call tonight if you don't want to be past emerald rank in this business. If you don't want to see a community beneath you, a community around you, if you don't want to be earning income, if you don't want to be losing more weight, you're not here tonight if that's not one of your goals. And so I'm speaking in that tone and to that group of people because I think that you're here for a reason tonight. So what that means is basically having no excuses. And I'm going to say something and I don't want you to think I'm mean or that I'm crazy. And maybe tonight's a little bit of tough love. And you know what? That's just what I like to give. If you're on my team, you know that. I'm sort of a no excuses person because like I said, when I joined here, I had so many other things going on and I didn't make excuses. I was up late and I was waking up super early to run my business. And I'm not saying that that's what you need to do if that's not your goals, but if your goals are big and you have goals that you want to reach and people you want to help, you might have to make some sacrifices and you absolutely have to cut out those excuses. So it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're going on vacation, if you're moving, if you're having a baby, if you just got married, whatever it is. Trust me, I've been through every single one of those things. And the number one thing that matters through all of those things is consistency. And maybe it looks different in those different seasons of your life. You're going through something and consistency looks different, but you have to show up. You have to show these people that you're serious about it because people are going to think, people can think that this is just another fad or another thing, and you have to show them that you're serious about it. So does it mean that you're a crazy person and that you go all in and you're sacrificing all this sleep and all this time? Absolutely not. You make it work for you. You make it work for you in your schedule, but you cannot make those excuses. They will start to compound. Like the compound effect. If you start telling yourself that it's okay to make excuses, you will continue to make excuses and you will dig yourself into a hole that you cannot get out of. And we don't want that. You don't want that. I don't want that for you. It's just not, it's not productive. So if you've not mastered the good, then you can't get to the great. And the great is where things really start to grow in this business. So once you master this consistency, you get to move on to this great portion. And if you haven't got there yet, I'm telling you, you want to be there. So you can't be I'm going to give you a couple examples about what I mean by this. So you can't be a good mom without being consistent with your rules. You just can't. It's so hard. Your kids are not going to take you seriously. Everything's going to be chaos. Trust me, still working on it. Not acting like I'm a perfect mom, but I'm just saying. You can't be a good wife without being consistent in the things that you think it means to be a good wife. Nobody's telling you how to be a good mom or a good wife, but you determine that and you be consistent in doing those things that you determine are being a good mom and a good wife. You cannot feel good in your skin and about your body if you are not consistent in the things that you feel are appropriate to get you to your goals, right? That's something that we would tell our challengers. You cannot feel good unless you are consistent. We always say, give me 3 weeks. Give me 3 weeks of dedicated time, consistency, and tell me how you feel. You'll have to remember that for yourself too, because this is a lifelong business. And so you have to continuously remind yourself of that. So all of these things are wrapped up into something that's really hard for us to swallow, and that it's a decision to be consistent. You have to make the decision. You have to decide, commit, succeed, right? Beachbody, hi, cheesy tagline. It's there for a reason. You have to make the decision that you want to be consistent, that you want to see results, that you want to prove to people that you're better than what they think you are. And that's what's going to move your business forward. So I'm reading a book right now from John C. Maxwell called Intentional Living. I don't know if anyone's ever read Intentional Living, but it's a really good book. And he talks about the difference between trying and doing. And this was a huge, huge eye-opener for me because we all go through seasons, like I said. You're going to have good days, bad days, good months, bad months, whatever it is. But you have to really think about, are you trying or are you doing? And this is where I think people get stuck with Emerald, Diamond, Star Diamond, 2-star, Elite, Premier, whatever. This is where people get stuck because they're trying. We're all trying. We're all sitting here tonight trying the best we can. But I'm just going to read you a couple things that I took from the book. So just so you know, I'm not plagiarizing this. I'm reading it specifically because I think his words are really impactful and I want you to hear them. So what he talked about is the difference between trying and doing. So trying alone does not communicate true commitment. It's half-hearted. Trying is half-hearted. It's not a pledge to do what's necessary to achieve a goal. Trying is not enough to live a life of significance. We cannot move from where we want to be by just to where we are to where we want to be by just trying. And so to dig a little deeper, he talks about what it means when you're saying that you'll try. And this is where it really hit me, because I always say, like, I'm trying the best I can. You know, like I'm doing all these things that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm trying. I'm putting in the effort, right? Are you checking everything off on your to-do list every single day? Probably, maybe. You're trying. You're putting in effort, right? You think you're doing the best you can do. So he says, saying you will try to do your best is like saying you will go about the motions, but you're not going to take responsibility for the outcome. You're saying, I'll go about the motions. I'll do my daily to-dos. Yes, Mr. or Mrs. Upline, I will do what I am supposed to do, but I am not going to take responsibility for the fact that I don't hit Success Club, that nobody joined my team, that I'm not getting personal results, that I'm not posting on my social media enough. Not my fault. I'm not going to take responsibility for that because I'm doing what you said I should do. And that is if you have an upline even holding you responsible. Maybe you don't. So that's even harder for you. So then he goes on to say that we need to be telling ourselves that we will be doing what we want to do. I will do X, Y, and Z. I will achieve X, Y, and Z. I do and I will needs to be in your vocabulary. Not I'll try. Yeah, I'll try to get on that call. Yeah, I'll try to be at Super Saturday. Yeah, I'll try to go to Summit. No, I will be at Summit. I will do what I need to do to hit Success Club every single month. And that's the difference between trying and doing. So while trying is filled with good intentions, doing is a result of intentional living. You have to have a purpose. You have to have a strong why. You have to have a reason why you're going to show up every single day. And you guys, trust me, I have gone through so many things where I had no idea why I was running this business. I hit the goals that I wanted to hit, and I was like, what am I even doing? Why am I still here? Why am I working so hard? It's because my why was not there. I had no intention in what I was doing and how I was living my life. Goals are great. They're fantastic. You have to have them. You have to have a plan to meet them. But you also have to have the why behind it and an intention behind it that's going to keep you going in the times that are hard. I have headphones on. I feel like I hear my child screaming even though my husband's out there, but I could be imagining things. Sorry. Again, squirrel. I'm a squirrel personality, if you know what that means. What that is. So then I wanted to talk a little bit about being realistic, because we're talking about goals and expectations and intentional living and dreaming big and all that kind of stuff. And I love that you started the call with a goal board. It's so necessary. It was eerie last year when I made my goal board, how many things came true. I hung it on my fridge, I hung it in my office, and I made it my desktop background. And every time I accomplished something, I put it in PicMonkey and it X'd off the things that I accomplished. It was so good to see that. So good to see that I did it. So if you don't have a goal board, you need to make one. I can show you mine. Mine are bootleg because I don't know anything about making graphics, but they're there and I look at them. They are so bootleg. That's okay. So I want to talk about being realistic. So you have to be realistic about your goals. My goals are not your goals, are not Stephanie's goals, are not anybody's goals on this call. Your goals are your goals. You have to be realistic. So are you diving in head first with both feet and trying to consume everything you consume and run as fast as you can and expecting really good results? Or are you dipping your toe in, kind of doing things sometimes and not really other times, and just putting some little toes in the water and expecting results? Why am I not getting results? Why is the stuff that I want to happen not happening? It's probably because you're being really unrealistic with your consistency. You have to be realistic. You can't expect things to come from, you can't expect really fruitful things to come from actions that are not happening on the back end. Like, it's not gonna work out. Ever. It won't. If you're not putting in the work and being realistic, you're not going to get the results. So don't compare yourself to other people. That's a huge thing too, you guys. Like, if you're not doing the same amount of work as somebody else, you can't compare yourself. And even if you are, we all come from different networks of people, and we all have different struggles and successes. So please just don't compare yourself to other people. And with that, I wanted to sort of talk a little bit about creating a work schedule and a to-do list. So, hi, you sign up as a coach. You're a new coach. Yay, so excited. And then you're sort of like, what do I do? And if you don't have any sort of person or upline telling you what to do, you might be very confused. But the fact that you're on this call probably means you have somebody telling you what to do. So you probably got some sort of direction on what am I supposed to do when I'm working every single day. So the first thing I wanted to sort of talk about before I dive into the schedule is raise of hands. How many of you guys work full-time? Like, you have a full-time job outside of Beachbody? So yeah, okay. Most people on this call have a full-time job outside of Beachbody. So this is very important for you guys. So how many of you guys are full-time Beachbody? All right, just a couple of us. Okay, fantastic. And so knowing that, most of us, I'm just going to generalize, most of us are full-time workers. And then we have Beachbody on the side, which I was as well when I first started, so I understand. Props to you guys. Yay. So fantastic that you're still running your business. Question next for you is, of the people who have full-time jobs and are working Beachbody as a second or third or fourth or fifth, whatever it is, business, how many of you guys have a set schedule that you stick to every single day? Couple people. So a couple people have really, really set schedules, and most of us don't. If you have kids, you might have a more set schedule, and you're not a stay-at-home mom like me, you might have more of a set schedule, but it's so hard to create a schedule and stick to it. And that, again, goes along with the consistency thing. So I'll be honest with you guys. I've created multiple different schedules for myself and trial and error. I didn't know what was going to work for me. I didn't know how much I was willing to work before I was extended too far. And I didn't know how much I was willing to work before it was like, I'm not working enough and I'm being lazy. So I've tried numerous different things. But creating a schedule is probably the most important thing. So you're at Emerald rank and you want to get beyond Emerald. You have to have a schedule. And that might be, you have 30 minutes here, 30 minutes there, 30 minutes there. Maybe you have 1 hour chunk of time. Maybe you have 1 hour here, 1 hour there. I don't care what time that you have dedicated to this business. You have to know, what am I doing when I sit down to run my business? And does it have to be pretty and organized? Absolutely not. I'm going to be real honest with you guys. This is my organization for you guys. Each day, I'm a tree killer, and I take a new Post-it note. This is from yesterday. This is from today. I make a little to-do list, and it's a very manageable to-do list. I say, what do I have to do today that is necessary for me to move my business forward today? And you better believe that the 4 vital behaviors are on there. But for me as like a team leader, so I don't know how many of you guys are like team leaders or have anybody signed up underneath you. I have additional tasks as well. But if you're a new coach or just an entry-level coach who's just wanting to get started, you should absolutely have the 4 vital behaviors on there. And maybe something else that you want to be working on. Maybe there's something else you want to be working on for your future team or whatever. But that should come secondary to doing your 4 vital behaviors. It does not have to be pretty. I print something off and I have it hanging in my office on the hours that I work. And then I dissected it. I'm working this many hours a week. During those hours of the week, what do I need to accomplish? How long is each thing going to take? Every hour, second, minute is accounted for. Because if it's not, you are scrolling Facebook. And if you don't have the Kill newsfeed, I personally love Kill newsfeed. I don't know if other people use that or like it at all, but I love the Kill newsfeed thing because I'm distractible. So kill your newsfeed, get to work, get the things done, check them off, and then give yourself permission to be done. Be done with your work. Race against the clock. Set a timer. Tell yourself, here's what I need to have done. This is the time I had to do it. Once I'm done, I get to X, Y, and Z. You know, I get to go out to dinner. I get to go hang out with my kids. I get to go to a movie. I get to go read a book. I get to go whatever it is that you like to do. You can give yourself permission to do it once you're done with your list. But the first thing is you have to have the list. You have to have something that you're working towards every single day. And creating the schedule helps with that. So start with your week. Every week, I have a new schedule, right? I do mine on paper because technology freaks me out. So maybe use Teamsy or something like that. I don't know if you guys know what Teamsy is, but a lot of people on our team use Teamsy, and it was created by a Beachbody coach for Beachbody coaches, so it's super user-friendly if you're good with technology. But anyways, create your schedule, work from it, and make sure that every day, your hour, half an hour, 20 minutes, whatever, is broken down into what exactly you need to do. So I'm going to move on to Achieving Emerald, and I'm a fast talker. I know I see things popping up. I'll look at them, and we can bring them up at the end, but I'm just going to keep breezing through this stuff. So I'm going to talk now about Emerald, right? So we hit Emerald, and Emerald, at least I don't know how you guys talk about it on your guys' team, but like Emerald is like a super not scary thing. It's like, okay, you just got to sign up 2 people, right? Like it would be your first 2 people, best friend, mom, brother, husband, boyfriend, whoever. Sign them up. There's so many options on who you could sign up, and always sign the first 2 people up with the challenge pack. But then beyond that, you should obviously know that all you need is 50 PV to keep that person active. I kept my husband on 50 PV for months before he bought into Shakeology and now the performance line and now both, and like whatever. So I know people are really scared, like, well, my husband or my mom or my sister, whoever, doesn't want to drink this or that. And so I talked to a new coach today and I said, okay, great. So you're going to sign your sister and your boyfriend up. But your boyfriend doesn't want to drink the Shakeology, and you guys don't want to have so much Shakeology in your house that you don't know what to do with it. So you sign yourself up, that you already did because she's already coached. You sign up your boyfriend with the performance line. You can use all of that. Great. Your sister, try and get your sister to drink the Shakeology and do the workouts with you. One person, you should get to fully commit with you, and one person can just be like, I'm going to order excess stuff. Tongue twister. You're going to order the extra stuff through their account. So those are just examples. Sometimes you can get, like, I know I'm looking at some of the people on my team on this call who sign up literally every single person. So that sort of brings me to my recruiting side of this. And again, I'm not sure how your team does it, and we always give people the option. I'm not saying that we tell people one way is right or one way is wrong, but we always send our discount coaching script to every single person that we sign up. So like there's 2 options to sign up, 1 or 2. Here's the 2 options. You can either be a discount coach or just a customer. And we sort of break it down for them. And I can send that to you guys or show you guys what that is if nobody's ever heard of that before. But it came from some top coaches in the network that gave it to us. And it's a phenomenal thing because it really gives you the confidence as a new coach that you can do this and that it's not scary to invite people. And yeah, some people are going to cancel. It's bound to happen. So you have to be prepared for that. But to be offering that to people and sort of telling them, like, most people want to drink Shakeology beyond the first month, so you'd be best to sign up this way so you don't have to like pay the $40 and get it refunded. And but the thing behind that is you have to believe in it. You have to believe that it's truly worth people's time and money to A, sign up, and B, to just sign up as the coach with the discount right away. So we have a lot of people on this team that do that, and a lot of people advancing very quickly, but then you have to maintain it. So what does it mean past that? So the next point here is focusing on Emerald on repeat. So most people get to Emerald, 2 coaches, yes. But then getting to Diamond is like, whoa, time out. I just signed up 2 people, and now you're telling me I need to sign up all these other people, and that 2 of those people need to sign up more people? That's scary if you think about it like that. But the way you should be thinking about it all is, you signed up 2 people. Sign up 2 more. then sign up 2 more and 2 more and 2 more. Discount regular coaches, whatever it may be in the very beginning, you don't know. You just roll with it. You're just signing people up and you're giving them the full experience. So again, this is personal preference, but I always send all of my coaches the same email, and I say there's 2 ways to read this email, as a discount coach or a regular coach. Here's what you need to know. And they can look at one or the other, but everybody is given the same information. If you want to be in our team pages, here's how you request. If you want me to introduce you, if you think you might want to be a part of this community. And we have a lot of discount coaches on our team that are part of our team page, and they love being in our challenge groups month to month, and they love getting on the team calls just for motivation and stuff like that, but they're just discount coaches, right? But then some months they might sell a couple challenge packs and make a little bit of money, and that's how you have that retention with discount coaches sort of sticking around a little bit longer, is by including them in the community. Like, you can be a part of our team as a discount coach. You don't need to sell anything. There's no pressure. You can still come to the Super Saturdays. You can still come to our team dinners. You can still be a part of our team as a discount coach. So it's not like we're just signing people on willy-nilly, everybody who signs up, and we're forgetting about them. We're really telling them you can still be part of our community. So, and that's the part of not focusing on just business builders, like really giving everybody the full experience. But again, don't waste your time on time wasters. So let's see. Oh yeah. So you're Emerald and you want to know how to push past Emerald. So you're probably part of some sort of Emerald group that educated you on what Emerald is. And so there's a lot of people on this call that said that they were Emerald or above. So I'm just curious, and you can start typing this into the chat. I'm going to give you 1 second to sort of start typing. But what are some things that you know about being an Emerald coach that are beneficial to you? Why on earth would I want to become an Emerald coach? Start typing in some things. Why do I want to become a discount? Free leads, team cycle bonus. Yes, team cycle bonus. Yes, I'm glad there's some people on this call that agree with me. The team cycle bonus is freaking awesome, right? The free leads. So do you know about the difference between meeting new awesome coaches? Absolutely. Support. So do you know the difference between hitting Success Club 5 and 10 as an Emerald? Anybody? Type it into the chat. I'll give you a second. Do you know the benefits of being an Emerald coach? This goes along with, I should say, the leads program. Coach leads, yes. Free SC leads, yes, absolutely. So if I hit Success Club 5 as a coach, I get leads. People who sign up for something on Beachbody without a coach. I personally tell everybody, you want to be an Emerald coach and hit Success Club 10 every single month. For this reason, you want the Success Club program leads. There's 2 different types of leads you can get, SC5 and SC10. SC10 is what you want. SC5 is great. There is potential that those customers might hit or might purchase something and you get commission off of it. SC10, those people are required to have purchased something. Typically, it's Shakeology. So many coaches, myself included, have all of my fees associated with my business, so my business service fee and my Shakeology paid for every single month because I hit Success Club 10 every single month and I get those Success Club leads, and the automatic reoccurring Shakeology orders pay for my product and my business service fees. Who wouldn't want that? It's so simple. Have 2 people signed up underneath you and have Success Club 10. Help 5 people and have 2 people signed up underneath you. It is not rocket science, you guys. It is so beneficial. The money and the team cycle bonus and the free lead income will start rolling in for you guys. So that should be a goal for everybody. And I think that people just don't know about these things. And it's our jobs as leaders to educate people on this. And I'm so guilty. I'm not educating my coaches on this, which is why I just revamped my whole getting started right process to educate people on, this is what you want to hit and this is why. We don't just want to tell people like, this is what your goal should be. Here's why. We all want to make money at the end of the day. Like, yes, we love helping people. We love building our teams. We love meeting new people. But yes, we want to make money, right? We definitely do. At least I do. And then PD. So PD I skipped for I would say probably half of my first year as a coach, in the sense that I never picked up a book. I always listened to national wake-up calls and podcasts, but I never picked up a book. So if you're somebody that's like, well, I listen to national wake-up calls and I listen to podcasts, that is fantastic. A good start. But you need to be either listening to books or reading books that are recommended by top coaches or your upline or people in your organization, because that's where the true learning begins. The podcasts are like little short things. You need to be listening to something that is taking you through a whole journey of how to be a better person and be a better coach. Reading is really important, and I never took it seriously. So if you're not doing it already, please start doing it. So I want to talk a little bit about hitting Success Club in your first 3 months. So it's obviously a huge goal because we want to earn that free ticket to Summit, but sometimes it doesn't happen, and that's when I see a lot of people get discouraged. Like, we put so much emphasis on hitting ST in the first 3 months, and if you don't hit it, you get really discouraged. And I'm so proud to say that there's a lot of people on our team that did not hit Success Club in their first 3 months that are flourishing as coaches, that they did not let that bug them. And I'm hoping that if that's you right now, or if you're on month 2 and you didn't hit it in your second month, or wherever you are in your business, you are not alone. There's plenty of people that don't hit Success Club in their first 3 months that go on to do big things in their business. That's because they didn't let that little piece that most people do, but not all people do, be the definition of their business and their success. It doesn't matter. Who cares? You didn't hit Success Club. Whatever. Is that honestly why you signed on to be a coach in this business, was to get your free ticket to Summit? I hope not. The goal here, you guys, is bigger than that. Is to make an impact on other people's lives. And yeah, it does make it really cool that you had it in your first 3 months, because it shows that you're putting in the time and effort. But sometimes it takes people a long time to really put in both feet and dive into the business. And that's cool too. It doesn't matter if you took 1 month, 5 months, 10 months to start your business. What matters is that you're here now and that you want to put in the time and the effort and that you're doing it. So don't let recognition and free stuff hang you up in this business. So again, with Diamond, I just wanted to breeze through Diamond really quickly. So it's Emerald and repeat. 2 more coaches, 2 more coaches, 2 more coaches, and not recreating the wheel. Get systems that are already in place from your upline and use them. Please do not spend your time recreating the wheel. Use them and use them and use them until you're at a point where you can recreate things if you see fit or if you see necessary. Do not recreate things that are already in place for you. They're there for a reason. Try them out. Use them until it's time for you to make your own things. Another thing is connecting with other people. Do you have a success partner? You know, you could be a brand new coach, Emerald, Diamond, whoever. You got to have somebody there talking to and bouncing ideas off of. Could be somebody on your team or somebody else in the network that you were connected with. And that's what your upline is really good for. So when things don't go as planned, which is bound to happen in this business, things are definitely going to go not as planned. You have 2 choices. Quit or keep going. And it really is that simple. I think people try and dress up everything in this business and make it seem like it's so complicated, but it's not. It's consistency and perseverance. Do you have those things? Are you going to give up when it gets hard? Or are you going to reevaluate and keep going? You have to have a plan. The choice is yours. It's a decision. It is nobody else's fault if you are not successful in this business but yours. Are you putting in the time? Are you putting in the effort? That's what you need to be thinking about every single day. You need to find joy in the 3 red behaviors. You have to think, where would I be if my coach didn't tell me about this? You're not going to, you don't resent your coach for presenting the opportunity to you or giving you this opportunity if you came to them. So don't think about it that way when you're talking to other people. Make it fun. Make it a race against the clock. What do you get to do when you're done with your behaviors, your vital behaviors? What sort of impact could you have on somebody's life? So before you message somebody, I'm going to go ahead and message Nicole, and I'm going to think, yes, I cannot wait to message Nicole, because you know what? I know that she has a son, and I know that she does not like spending time away from him. So I'm going to go ahead and shoot her a message, and I'm going to say, hey, girl, like, I'm so excited to talk to you about this today. No, I hope you don't mind me messaging you about this, but X, Y, and Z. Here's why I'm messaging you. Here's why I think it will be great for you. And I'm so excited to tell her, because I know how different my life is now that I get to commit time to my daughter that I never got to commit before. Think about the positive things, not the negative things. I was actually sitting down the other day, and I was like, I never think about the negative people when I'm on social media, but I started sitting down one day, and I was like, oh, my husband's a personal trainer, so lots of gym fanatics and like competition people that, you know, are on my Facebook. And then the other day I was sitting and I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder if like this girl Brittany, I wonder if she sees my stuff and is like, oh, what an amateur, because she's like a figure competition person. And I'm like, oh, I wonder what she thinks about me. I don't really care. But it pops into my head every once in a while. And then I'm like, I guess I don't really care. Melissa's laughing because she knows what I'm talking about. But, you know, you guys don't think about that stuff. Think about who you can inspire. The average Joe that needs you to be the average Joe that inspires them, right? Think about those people. Make it fun, inviting people and doing your vital behaviors. So it's 8:45. So I do want to stop and go through things. If either of you guys want to go through the questions, or if you want me to, I don't know how you want to do it. I can scroll up and see too, but I don't know if anyone is.
I don't know if I noticed any questions. A lot of people were agreeing with you and some stuff like that, and responding to things you were asking them to respond to. Someone downloaded the 30/30 app. I'm not sure what that is. It's a great timer. Do you use
Yes, I have heard of that. Who said that? Steph, can you unmute and say what the 30/30 app is? Because I know that you've talked about it. So can you tell people really quick what it is?
Yeah, sure. It's like a time management app. You can set up. Let me see. I don't know if you could see, but you kind of can just like put different things. I know you can't see the names, but you can set up a power hour, or like your actual. I don't know if you can see it or not. No. But like you can break down your whole power hour or your whole like work schedule. Like you want to do 30 minutes for messaging and 15 minutes for replying. And it's like a long timer, and it alerts you every time like the next thing comes along, so you can just jump right into the other one, your other task. It's really good. Keeps me on my toes.
I love it. Yeah, any sort of time management thing is super helpful, especially for us squirrely people who have a hard time sticking to our schedules.
That's me. And you message someone, and then like you're hoping they don't respond right away, but then they do, and then it becomes like a constant back and forth, and the next thing you know, 30 minutes has gone by and you've got nothing else done. So
yes, which is why my chat is 24/7 turned off.
Yeah.
Always turned off. So nothing is ever popping up. Nothing is ever popping up. And when I do a power hour, there's no chance that somebody is going to respond to me. It's going to pop up and I'm going to have to respond, because I cannot deal with that.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, if you don't already do it, you should just turn your chat off 24/7, especially if you're like an upline coach who has a lot of people in your downline. I know a lot of people are like, I just want it turned off so people don't know when I'm on, right? Like you're on Facebook to work. Facebook isn't like a social thing for you anymore. When you get like super involved, you want to be working when you're working. And if you're on there to be social, sure, turn it back on. But mine's just always turned off. So that's just a personal preference. So another thing that I'll just keep talking about something. Another thing that was super impactful for me that I read about in the compound effect is, and I've said this to a lot of people, which is why I wanted to highlight it. A lot of people have been like, "Whoa, I never thought about that." But is the whole thing about, instead of thinking about what you need to do to achieve your goal, you should be thinking about who you need to become. Right? And that's not something that comes natural to us. We're not like, we're thinking, I'm thinking, let's say, I want to be an elite coach. What do I need to do to be an elite coach? Well, I need to have this many points. I need to have this many diamonds. I need to sponsor 2 new coaches, all these things. But I'm not thinking about who I need to become in order to be an elite coach? What type of person do I need to become? What type of things do I need to be doing every single day? Like, do I need to be a figure competition person? Do I need to be 100% perfect? Do I need to be a master recruiter? Do I need to be the best onboarder? Like, who do I need to be? Maybe those things are things that you do need to do. Maybe they're not. But you need to be thinking about the person you need to become. You need to be more compassionate. Do you need to be more forgiving? Do you need to be more reliable or consistent? Well, who do you need to become instead of what you need to do, instead of just a daily task? I'm a task person. I'm a list person. And I've never thought about myself or my business in that way, who I need to become. And he talks about it in there. It's super creepy. He's like, I made a list of all these things of the woman that I wanted to marry. And you guys maybe have heard this before, so it might be redundant, but I'm just going to share it anyway. So I thought it was super creepy. And I was actually at swimming lessons for my daughter with my husband. And I was like, dude, do you need to listen to this? He said, I made a list of all these things that I wanted in my wife. I wanted her to have brown hair, blue eyes, be an athlete, be a teacher, whatever, all these things. And then he made a list of everything that he needed to become to attract that type of person. So he wasn't like, this is a person that I want. Here's what they need to do. Here's everything they need to be, but didn't ever think about himself. And so he thought, who do I need to become to attract somebody who makes a good income, who's a teacher, who's an athlete? Like, who do I need to become? And he didn't say specifically like I had to be an athlete to attract an athlete, but he said what he thought he needed to become. And he said it was so eerie when he's married. And he said, when I found my wife, almost everything matched head to head that he wrote down. He wrote like 50 pages for each of them about those things, who he needed to become to attract that type of person. What type of coach do you need to become to attract the type of coaches that you want in your team? Are you being the type of coach that you want to attract or not? Because otherwise you're just going to be signing out all these people that they're not at the same place as you. They're not willing to work as hard as you are. They're not willing to go the extra mile with you. And that's what gets frustrating. And that's why people give up and don't even give this business a year. If you haven't even give this business a year yet, and you're quitting, you're not quit because you're here right now. You cannot quit before a year is up. You have to give this business a year, and you have to give this business consistency, and you have to put your skin in the game. So set goals with specific dates, be accountable, get accountability partners, all that kind of stuff. So finding your vision, making a vision board or a goal board or whatever you want to call it. But it all boils down to pretty much being consistent. I think that's it. Comments, questions, things?
Kelsi, thanks for the call. It was awesome. But I do have a question. Do you get most of your coaches through challenge groups, or are they most discount, or do you just reach out to them, inviting?
Great question. First of all, thanks for having me. We never formally met, but thanks for having me here tonight. When I first started building my business, every single one of my coaches came from my challenge groups. So I really prided myself on running really good challenge groups. So that's where all my coaches came from. Now, a lot of my coaches come from my social media account. I've put a lot of attention into my like page and advertising. Some of my favorite coaches and most rock star coaches came from ads from my like page. So there's that. And then we do coach opportunity things, which I'm sure you guys do as well, once a month, and invite people that way. So it's kind of a mixture, but as a new coach, it was 100% from challenge groups.
Awesome. And then what do you do like when you feel like you've hit a wall in your business? Like, what are some things that you would normally switch up or add into your daily to-dos?
Yeah, definitely. Every time I hit a wall in my business, which just happened multiple times, I guess I didn't really say this to you guys, so anyone who's not on my team, I've struggled my entire life with depression. So when I hit walls, it's like I hit a brick wall and I slide down and I just like suck. And it's like digging myself out of a hole every time I want to come back. So that's actually happened to me a lot. And every time that happens, I go back to square one. I start super small. And this is what I tell people when they fall off track in their fitness too. Super small. All I do for 3 days is 4 vital behaviors, and that's it. And I cut myself off. I do 4 things, cut myself off. And then I slowly start working other things in. But the number one thing that I immerse myself in is personal development. And the second thing that I do is I talk to people who are accountability partners or people I respect in the business. So I talk to other people on my team too about this. When you're in a funk, the worst thing you could do is not tell somebody about it. You have to say, I'm struggling. Help me. That's all you have to say. And then they can help you. But you have to be reading PD 2 times 10. If you run the TEDx rule, you have to read PD times 10. You have to do your 4 vital behaviors, and you have to tell somebody about it so you can pull yourself out. And then you slowly start working on things like, what's my problem? Is my problem recruiting? Is my problem my onboarding process? What is it? And figure it out.
Awesome. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Huh. I love it. I'm just loving people comments in here. Yeah. 10x rules, absolutely. I heard the 10x rule is really good to listen to. So if you have Audible or anything like that, 10x rule is really good to listen to instead of reading it. Anything else people want to add or comment or ask? I hope that it was valuable. I don't know. Sometimes I just ramble, but.
That was amazing. Like, absolutely. I texted Melissa during it. I was like, she should do our team call every week. How convenient they're at the same time.
They are. If you guys ever want to team up again, let's do it. It's more fun that way, getting other people's opinions and stuff.
Yeah, that was absolutely incredible. I could listen all night, Julia says. I think, a schedule, like Kelsi said, I mean, I can't say enough how much I would have done that sooner. I mean, the first year of my business was just, as I could fit it into my day, which I know life happens. And sometimes you have to do that. But the more that you can create a schedule and find out, do I need to wake up 30 minutes earlier, stay up 30 minutes later, do it on my lunch, find those times that are not going to change that you can do and use that 30/30 app and get your stuff done then. Like, that's where you're going to see the growth in your business, is when you find that consistency, my favorite C word ever, which, is, it's not easier for me or for Kelsi or for Melissa, people that are, diamond, 1-star, 2-star, like, we just do these things consistently over a period of time. I mean, there's still people messaging me saying, like, I've been following you for a year now or whatever, like, I mean, people will follow you for a long time before they may reach out if you're not reaching out to them first. But so being consistent, I mean, this last year has been hard for me. I won't lie to you guys. And I haven't really shared this with my team even and said that. But, like, I've been going through some stuff, and we're getting ready to make big life changes right now for Brian and I. Like, I was ready to throw up. I was so nauseous with things that are going on, like, before I got on this call last night. We're both, like, super stressed and just, like, anxious about what's to come as far as, like, a big move coming up for us. So, like, I mean, but I'm still going to show up every day. I'm going to be consistent. Like, I'm going to get this done no matter what, because, I need this to work. So find your why that's going to keep you driving every day, and then be consistent with your schedule and posting and showing up. What else? If you could send us that discount script you use too, I think that would be awesome. I would love to see that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Should I just send it to you in a message and then you can share it on your team page?
Yeah, that would be great. I also want to say, and Kelsi kind of touched on this, that, like, Emerald is something that, easy, spouse, whatever, family member, like, it's doable. Emerald is a choice, is what Melissa and I like to say, I know. But Diamond is doable. Like, I think a lot of people psych themselves out, like, Diamond, it's like you said, it's scary. It's like, do it 3 more times and then get those people to do it, like, 1 on each side. But I mean, it's totally doable. It takes work, but it is doable. It's not out of reach. Like, people have done it in 2 weeks. I know a girl that did it in, like, 2 weeks, and I'm trying to get her to speak to us too about that, because I mean, that's just insane. But, like, you can do it. Don't be scared of it. That's
I also
really
think a lot of people don't even realize that this opportunity is available. People don't even realize what being a coach is. And I think that the more you share that with people, the more people are going to want to sign up. So continuing to invite, and getting the word out that this is a real thing and that this is a huge, huge business that has the potential for amazing growth. And I think the more people that know about it, the more people are going to want to join you. So.
Right, which is why your social media is so important, whether you have a like page or not. Like, I think people think that I always try and force that that's something I push on people, but it's not. Your social media is so important, whether you're using Instagram or Facebook or a like page or Twitter or Pinterest or whatever you're using. You have to make it like a public sneak peek. You have to tell people about the opportunity. If you're tiptoeing around the whole thing about coaching on your Facebook, nobody's ever going to know that it's obtainable for them or that you want them to join your team. You have to say that explicitly or nobody's ever going to know.
Yeah, have to share. Do you run, Kelsi? Because I'm curious. I saw you have a massive, awesome following on your like page, which is awesome. How long did it take for you to grow that? And then, like, do you run primarily off of that, or do you still use your regular Facebook page also? Like, which do you think you get more coaches or business from? I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, that's a good question. So I run everything off of my like page now. Like I said, I had no direction as a new coach, so I just did it. I just started running my like page, wasted a ton of money doing like ads and boosting posts. Boosting is the B word. That is a bad word. Don't ever boost anything, for the record. But I did a lot of boosting posts and doing stuff like that did not benefit my business at all, wasted a ton of money. And it was just silly. So what I always tell people is, as a new coach, I always say for your first 3 months, try and run your business from your personal page. If you have the dedication to run 2 pages, then run 2 pages. I have a lot of coaches on this call and on my team that run both pages, and they can do it, but a lot of times it's overwhelming because like pages are meant for business. And so they're going to want you to, they're not going to show your stuff to as many people. They're going to want you to pay for more stuff. You don't necessarily have to pay for it, but if you they're going to want you to pay for more stuff. So if you can work from your personal page, great. But some people don't have really big personal networks, and so they want to expand to their network that is not personal right away. And that's where I think that like pages are absolutely necessary, that you need to start running one. If you don't have one, just start putting content on there, start putting stuff on your Instagram if that's what you choose. I'm not an Instagrammer, but put stuff up there. To answer your question directly, most of my business, my coaches, my challengers, everything like that come from my like page. And I don't know how quickly I could find it, but I basically started running ads, and the training that I used was Jesse Reagan's social team builder training, and it was it's a lifetime membership that you get when you sign up for it. And he's starting a new one in the fall, and he runs them every so often. And you get a private Facebook group, and he's always he does video trainings. There's different modules. So say there's like 10 modules, and each module has a different topic, and he really breaks it down. There's short little videos. You get a task at the end of each thing, and it's self-paced. You're a lifetime member, like I said. Every time Facebook has a new update, he updates it. And so I've been doing that for quite a while, and that's what's helped me really grow my my Facebook page, which was huge for me, because that was a big goal of mine, was to expand my reach beyond the people who I know. I wanted to reach a larger audience. So yeah, that's basically what I did with my like page, and it pretty much took off from there.
That's awesome. I actually just learned today that boosting was bad. I did some kind of like little webinar, and they talked about the ads. Like, boosting's bad, but the ads, I guess, are good. I know nothing about like pages, really. I'm trying just to see and dabble into it. So I was curious what you did. So that's awesome. Definitely
Yes.
something I know I personally need to learn more about.
Yeah, and that's all it is learning more about it. And everyone chooses their own path, but my suggestion is doing a training. I obviously did that one, but doing something that's going to be valuable for you, that's not going to break your bank, and that's going to continue to help you grow.
Sounds good. Anyone else have questions for Kelsi before we wrap up this call?
Who's Jenna? You said
She's
Jenna's twin.
Yeah, do you see her? She's down here in like the black shirt. I don't know where she is on your screen. Blonde hair, like it kind of looks like her with like the blonde hair to the side, like from a distance. They kind of look the same, right?
So
Jenna, put your hair down like Alexa.
Yeah, could you fix your hair like Alexa's really?
Listen, I have no makeup on. I've got the pool out there. I don't look so great right now. So there you go.
No, I usually never wear a bra or makeup to these calls, but I had to for Kelsi's team call last week because none of them know me. So I felt like they kind of, I mean, I hardly have makeup on now. So I felt like I had to do the same this week since they'd be on with us. So, by the way, I have one of those like genie bras with no wire, and they're awesome. If you've never gotten one, my mom had one that she gave to me. It's awesome. Totally life-changing, like better than a sports bra, but like no wire, like awesome. I think it's going to be great for a post. I should probably do that tomorrow. Take a picture of it, like my grandma bra. It's incredible. Anyway. All right, well, thank you, Kelsi, so much. If anyone thinks of anything else after we wrap up here, you know, post in the team page and Pound Punishers or Fit and Free, I can shoot over to Kelsi. We can get an answer from her. And I think it would be great to do, you know, a call maybe after Summit again or something. We can, you know, do some kind of call like this again.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see everybody at Summit.
Yeah. Do you have something, Melissa, you were going to say?
Nope. But I just wanted to remind everybody to do their homework. And even people on Kelsi's page, if you guys don't have a vision board already, go out and make one.
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Kelsi. It was an awesome call. And I have the recording, so we'll send it to you too, so that you can give it to your team.
Thank you so much.
No problem.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.